Surveying is the art of determining the relative positions of different objects on the surface of the earth by measuring the horizontal distance between them and by preparing a map of suitable scale. And what is leveling? Leveling is the art of determining the relative vertical distances of different points on the surface of the earth. So you can say the basic difference of surveying and leveling is that in surveying the measurements are taken only horizontal plane, and for leveling the measurements are taken from vertical plane. We are already covered the object of surveying, the uses of surveying, the classification of surveying, principle of surveying and methods of measurement in my previous videos, that is lecture 1 of surveying and leveling. Of the title was Introduction of Surveying Part 1, and today we will complete the remaining part of this topic. So it is part 2 of Introduction of Surveying. If you are not watched the previous videos, please click the I button or go to my description box. Link is given. So this is Tanmoy Ghosh and you are watching my channel TG Study. So let's start.
Welcome everyone. Today I will complete the remaining part of our presentation, that is Introduction of Surveying Part 2. In our previous video, lecture 1 of this topic, already discussed the basic concept of linear measurement, and today I will discuss accessories used for linear measurement. First one is ranging rods. The process of establishing intermediate points on a straight line between two endpoints is known as ranging. Next point, ranging rods are made of scission timber or scission bamboo. Sometimes these are square or circular in section. Nowadays GI pipes are also used of 25 mm diameter and 2 meter length and circular in section. These rods are divided into equal parts of 20 cm each, and the divisions are painted black and white or red and white. You can see this ranging rod is black and white and this is the red and white, so that the rod is visible from a long distance. And last point, the lower end of the rod is pointed or provided with the iron shoe. You can see this is called iron shoe. Okay. Second is chains. A chain is prepared with 100 or 150 pieces of galvanized mild steel wire of 4 mm diameter. The ends of the pieces are bent to form loops. The pieces are connected together with the help of 3 oval rings which make the chain flexible. And we can see this is the ring. And next, 2 brass handles are provided at the 2 ends of the chain. Here we can see this is the brass handles. Tallies are provided at every 10 or 25 links for facility of counting. The chain is the main surveying instrument, so I discuss the chain briefly in my next slide. So there are different types of chains are available: metric chain, engineer's chain, counter chain, revenue chain and steel band. First I discuss metric chain. Metric chains are 2 types: 20 meter metric chains and 30 meter metric chains. At first 20 meter metric chains. 20 meter chain is divided into 100 links and each of 0.2 meter. We can see this is the picture of tally. Okay, and this is the brass ring. This 20 meter chains is suitable for measuring distances along fairly level ground. So next, 30 meter chain. The 30 meter metric chain is divided into 150 links and each of 0.2 meter. The tallies are provided after every 25 links, that is 5 meter, and a round brass ring is fixed after every meter. So here we can see this is the brass ring. So this chain is heavy and it is suitable for measuring distances along fairly level ground. Next is engineer's chain. It is 100 foot long and is divided into 100 links. So each link is 1 foot Next point, tallies are provided at every 10 links, that is 10 foot. So we can see this is the engineer's chain. This chain was previously used for all engineering works and is used to measure length in foot and area is square yard. Next, Gaunter chain. Here we can see this is the Gaunter chain and it is 66 foot long and consists of 100 links each of 0.66 foot. Use. This chain was previously used for measure length in miles and area in square acres. Next, revenue chain. We can see this chain is called revenue chain and it is 33 foot long and divided into 16 links. This chain is used for small areas and also used for distance measurement in feet and inches. Next, steel band. Steel band consists of a ribbon of steel of 20 meter or 30 meter length and the width is 12 to 16 millimeter and 0.3 to 0.6 millimeter thick. Here we can see this is the steel band. Next, it has a brass handle at each end. It is graduated in meters, decimeters and centimeters on one side and has 0.2 meter links on the other. This steel band is used in projects where more accuracy is required. So, there are some advantages of chains. First point, chains can be read easily and quickly. Second, they can withstand wear and tear. And last, they can be easily repaired or rectified in the field. And also there are some disadvantages. First one, chains are heavy and take too much time to open or fold. Second, when the measurement is taken in suspension, the chain sags slightly. And last, they become longer or shorter due to continuous use. Next, folding and unfolding a chain. This is the most important point. To open a chain, this is called unfolding. First point, the strap is unfastened and two brass handles are held in the left hand and the branch is thrown forward with the right hand. Next point, then one chainman stands at the starting station by holding one handle and another moves forward by holding the other handle until the chain is completely extended. So next, folding. First step is a chainman should move forward by pulling the chain at the middle. Second, the two halves of the chain will come side by side. Next, after this, commencing from the central position of the chain, two pairs of the links are taken at a time with the right hand and placed on the left hand alternatively in both directions. Fourth point, the two brass handles will appear at the top and finally the branch should be taken fastened by the strap. So, testing of a chain. Before the start of the chaining work to measure horizontal distance, it is necessary to ensure that chain is of correct length or not. Next, a chain may either be tested with reference to a standard chain or with reference to a steel step. Sometimes chain is compared with a permanently established gauge. So for testing the chain, the length of a chain is measured at a pull of 8 kg at 20 degrees Celsius. The length of the chain should measure for 20 meter chain, that is 20 meter plus minus 5 millimeter, and for 30 meter chain it is 30 meter plus minus 8 millimeter and shall be accurate to within 2 millimeter. Adjustment of a chain. Chains are adjusted in the following ways. First case, when the chain is too long, it can be adjusted by closing up the joints of the rings if found to be opened out. Next, hammering the elongated rings. Next, replacing some old rings by new rings, removing one or more small rings, and last, adjusting the links at the end. Second case is
when the chain is too short.
The bend links should be straight, opening the joints of the rings, replacing the old rings by some larger rings. Next, inserting new rings where necessary, and last, adjusting the links at the end. Next, degree of accuracy in chaining. The degree of accuracy in chaining is expressed as a ratio that is called chaining ratio. For example, if there is an error of 0.25 meter during the measurement of a total length of 500 meter, then the chaining ratio is 0.25 meter by 500 meter, that is 1 by 2000. Some permissible limits of error. So first one, for measurement with steel band, that is 1 by 2000. Second, for measurement with tension chain, it is 1 by 1000. In normal condition, 1 by 500, and for rough work, 1 by 250. So third accessories used for linear measurement, it is tapes. The following are the different tapes are used. First one is cloth or linen tape. It is 50 meter wide and available in length of 10 to 15 meter. We can see this is the tape, and this tape is generally used for measuring offsets and for ordinary works. Second tape are used metallic tapes. This is commonly used for survey works. We can see this is the metallic tapes. What is metallic tape? When a linen tape is reinforced with brass or copper wires to make it durable, then it is called a metallic tape. This tape is also available 15, 20 and 30 meter in length. Next, steel tape. We can see this is the steel tape, and the tape is made of steel ribbon of width varying from 6 to 16 millimeter. There are available 10, 15, 20, 30 and 50 meter in length. It is graduated in meter, decimeters and centimeters, and uses of steel tape. It is not used in the field but chiefly for standardizing chains and for measurement in construction work. Next, invert tape. This tape is made of alloy of steel, that is 64%, and nickel is 36%. Its thermal coefficient is very low, therefore it is not affected by change of temperature. It is made in the form of a ribbon of 6 mm width and is available in length of 30, 50 and 100 meter. Uses of invert tape. It is used at places where maximum precision is required. It is generally used in the triangulation survey conducted by the Survey of India department. So next, our fourth accessories is arrows. Here we can see this is called the arrows. These are 4 mm in diameter and overall length is 400 mm. One end of the arrow is bent into a ring of 50 mm diameter and the other end is pointed. We can see uses of arrow. Arrows are used for counting the number of chains while measuring a chain line. And 5 accessories is pegs. Pegs are used to mark the position of the station or terminal points of survey line. Here you can see this is called pegs. It is made of timber or steel. Wooden pegs are 25 mm width and 150 mm long, and they are driven into the ground with the help of a hammer. And last accessories is plumb bob. A plumb bob is a weight, usually with a pointed tip on the bottom, suspended from a string and used as a vertical reference line or plumb line. Here we can see this is the plumb bob and it is used to transfer points on the ground. Last point, plumb bob is also used for fixing the instruments exactly over the station point marked on the ground by checking the center of the instrument. So plumb bob are used for leveling and centering an instrument. So that's all for today's lecture. I will be right back very soon with some civil engineering topics.
If you like this video, please like the video, and if you are new in my channel TG Study, do subscribe my channel TG Study and to press the bell icon for such new videos. And if you have any doubt or questions related to this topic, so please comment us. And if you think this video was helpful to you, so please share this video with your friends. Do support and keep watching my videos. So that's all.
Thanks for watching. Thank you.